Level 26. Poison, cold. All damage, physical damage. Nope. Sadly, time for physical damage has passed. And now I'm looking for lightning and electrocute. Alright, let's clear those guys first. Lesser dudes. And then let's switch to this elite before those reinforcements will arrive from the back. I am missing quite a lot. Why? What has changed? Interesting. I mean, perhaps this is yet another drawback by using melee weapon with primal strike instead of a ranged one. Because suddenly I was like missing 4 or 5 straight hits. Oh, I got a cunning, health, defensive ability, experience gate. What about this one? Same thing, only with bonus to all pets. So let's go actually into town, complete some quests, and then pick up from Direni key to Desecrated Sanctuary. And I'll go there and try to clear it.
Have you found a rift? Good work. There have been Warden Krieg. What do you want?
Alright. Picked up his key. And let's complete her quest as well. Is this armor better than mine? Defensive, pierce, stun. Yep, it's better. And since I am going into Desecrated Sanctuary, I'll equip this helmet to have more chaos resistance. Alright, so on to Desecrated Sanctuary. Which means I do need to teleport here. Judging by how things have went, I should be more than enough capable of clearing that place where the Salazar boss is. Although, to be honest, I have checked the people's opinion, especially on normal difficulty with veteran included. Most of the folks recommend you to avoid this area. The depraved sanctuary, not desecrated. But I assume I'll do it anyway. One thing to be worried of is the vitality damage, definitely, and chaos damage. Alright, Harbingers are actually very tanky, to be honest. And I'm still missing, like, why am I missing that much? I do not get it. Miss. Is it time to put some points into cunning to avoid this? Because this is, like, ridiculous. I do not want to miss my attacks. Okay, this should be enough. I am not playing against some form of endgame boss to miss that many of attacks. Damage by itself, good, but the fact that I'm missing that much is hurting me in the long run. I'm still missing, come on. It's not even funny at this point. If this will continue on later on, like imagine if I'm hitting a boss and 3 or 4 of my attacks are just whiffed, quote unquote. Because, like, I believe there is a graph that shows you chances to hit. 92%, 93 almost. Still strange in my opinion. Alright, so let's actually try this totem out. So 1 and then 2 here. And I'll put it onto number 3. Alright, I do need to take care of the range guys first, because they are annoying. Oh, and I also can... What does 1 mean? So I can stack multiple ones? This is 1. Effects up to 3 targets. Can I stack multiple totems, or I cannot? Two totems? So far, 2 totems. Guys, this is genuinely not good. I do not... Well, Force Wave? I do not recall Force Wave having the drawback of missing targets. And this skill, it just feels like before it was fine, and then suddenly against some of the enemies it's just almost you're hitting blindly then. Strange if you ask me. Alright, so against Salazar. Let's focus. I do need to kite him a bit and kill his servant first before attacking him directly. Let's put this totem right here and start to run since they are hurting a lot. Let's use my HP pot, do a couple of hits here. Perhaps my totems could do the work for me. Well, at least some of it. As soon as I get rid of those... As soon as I step away from those seals which he creates. Why is he saying another will take my place if I haven't killed him just yet? Right, so this Chthonic nonsense has been dealt with. I need to get away from his seal. Fine, and let's see what you can do. By not standing also in his seal. Yeah, the most damage from him actually comes not in the form of his spells, but from his seal. Which he usually tries to put right under you. I'm still missing from time to time, like... And my mana has just run out. Fine. Alright, I have defeated him. Let's clear the rest of this place. Another Harbinger, come on. How many more? I just hit them once. Hey, good thing that my Ghoulish Hunger procced, and I was able to life leech some HP back. Alright, last guy has been defeated. Open the stash. Anything more? Well, I have cleared this depraved sanctuary. The only thing that I haven't liked is the fact that I all of a sudden had started to miss that much, and I do not know with what it's connected. This is actually better. Oh, never mind. Those heavy spoilers are better. So let's go into town and sell some stuff.
Come see what's left of my wares.
This is an offhand. I believe. Yeah, I'll sell this. Actually, I'll change this belt with mine, because straight lightning damage is better, in my opinion. Flat lightning damage, excuse me. And this one has to go. Let's check those rifles once more. No lightning. What about the second guy? Meter damage, attack speed, physical and trauma. Still no lightning. Fine. Let's go and put those stuff into this common stash. Same goes for crystals, bindings, and this slit necklace. Wait, I need to sell this one. Fine, let's sell it. And I need to complete this quest as well. Wait, robbers are being tolerated already? Interesting. Haven't even talked with them, so perhaps it still means that despite you haven't located them yet, you're still going to get this bonus reputation judging by faction, judging by the plus, right on top of their faction. Yep, I am. Well, let me elaborate on what happened. The thing is that I am using some form, at least some of those potions of clarity. Let me clarify what had happened previously. So, I was farming with the Death Knight, and I decided to try out new constellation point, which is catered towards more damage output rather than defense. Why? Because to make things faster and to gather as much material as possible, some folks advise you to spec into more DPS, well, damage per second approach. And on my way, I had encountered the Valdran, Storm, something, basically Nemesis from Material Faction. My mistake was when he procced my Menhir's Will, I decided to just stand in one place and wait until Menhir's will recharge me fully to max HP without even attacking him or running away. And the sad thing is that happened, he crit me for almost 8000 HP, so I got from 8000 HP, boom, to 0. So, believe it or not, previously, when I did the same thing and I had encountered Valdran, I had beat him twice, but my devotions was the way that you are used to see them, with more defensive approach. Yes, I was still killing him slowly, as well as all of those guys, but I wasn't that efficient in terms of time, so I decided to speed things up by looking up these devotions. Yep, so when it comes to this character, I will see whether or not Shaman with the Primal Strike in mind is capable of clearing the normal as well as elite difficulty with only self-found, or he requires some form of a world drop gear to find later on, especially for excuse me, for ultimate. If Shaman is a character that is more beginner friendly, then I will continue to level him up until level 100 with the Primal Strike that I'm currently using. If he is not, and I mean by not only beginner friendly, if he requires for ultimate to farm like some ridiculous stuff, like for example the same rarity as Belgothian armor, then I will check on the forums and I will decide on another character that I'm going to be using. But nonetheless, I will be still playing on hardcore. I more than 50% sure, more than 90% sure that I am still going to play on hardcore. Why? Because I do not have anything against softcore players. I just decided to gather as much experience and present as much knowledge to viewers from a hardcore perspective rather than softcore. But you play on whatever difficulty you want to play. Like I said, nothing against it. It was completely my mistake. I shouldn't have changed my, well, if I would have my devotion set up the way they were with this deadly run, I shouldn't have fought against Nemesis guy, and especially should just ran from it when Menhir's Will had procced. But I decided to, hey, my Menhir's Will has been leveled 16 out of 16. It would be more than enough to just stand in one place and see my HP goes back to full. And Valdran said, nope, here's a crit for almost 9000. And dead. So that's the gist of what happened. I do not have anything against guys who created those other devotion, other constellation setup. Yeah, the thing is that he wasn't, let's say, I wasn't expected to have that sort of a damage in a short span of time. I mean, who would have thought that leveling your Menhir's Will 16 out of 16, as well as on top of it having Ghoulish Hunger, will not save you from crit damage? No, it will not. And let me clarify, I had 3000. It's not like I had Glass Cannon, quote-unquote, character. Nope. I had 3000 defensive ability. I wasn't debuffed at this point in time. And my resistances, especially towards lighting, were 140%. Yet still on ultimate difficulty, you see this wonderful crit for almost 9000, and you go like, well, okay. I mean, what else could save me there? Like, full immunity from damage, fine, but as far as I'm aware, that knight does not have it. I had my full uptime on Mark of Torment and Warcry, so on and so forth, but it is what it is. I do not want to stay on this for too long. Yeah, it's just my mistake. I should have kept with my safer devotion points options, such as Arcane Barrier from Crab Constellation as well as Behemoth, and instead I just ditched them in favor of Ulzad Decree as well as Assassin's Blade. And yeah, don't get me wrong, things started to die very quickly. But when it comes to crits from those nemesis, it's just like, that's the one thing that was completely like out of the blue. For me, it was an unexpected thing. But like I said, I will not going to focus on this that much. Despite the fact that, yeah, and I had level 100 character, so on and so forth. I could create another and level him up until level 100. And also it will be good to like compare pluses and minuses of different characters, since for me this is either this shaman or another beginner friendly character will be a second character of my game. So this is it when it comes to today's second stream. I would like to thank everyone for who has watched up till this point, and if you want to check out my Grim Dawn schedule or my brother's Darkest Dungeon schedule, you can do it under schedule graph, either on my Twitch channel or on my YouTube channel, on Twitter or Facebook. You can decide where to check it. If you want to check other parts of my playthrough, you can do the same. Video on demand on my Twitch channel or my YouTube channel. Also, if you are a beginner and would like to know more about some specific nuances of this game, especially what resistances you need to focus on at earlier stages of the game and what you can neglect at certain portions of it, or if you want to know about some of the boss's deadliest attack, you can do it by watching my Grim Dawn tips and tricks video on my YouTube channel. With that said, I once again thank you everyone for watching my stream, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.